repetition after repetition every day. But I just wanna start a fire, burning up all of the bridges that are in my way, fulfilling all of my desires. Wait, my selfish masquerade won't bring me grace. My stupid dedication runs my life. This is not a paradise. To get knocked down and I'm paralyzed. And lately I've been terrified, but I won't drown by my own device. I'm losing sight. A lot, not a little. It's true, I'm fine, but I'm lost in the rhythm. Revelation after revelation I've survived. No, I just wanna go higher, learning up from all the people that are in my life. I'll never wait to be inspired. Shame, we oversaturate our tiny brains with useless complications all the time. This is not a paradise. To get knocked down and I'm paralyzed. And lately I've been terrified, but I won't drown by my own device. I'm losing sight. A lot, not a little. It's true, I'm fine, but I'm lost in the rhythm. I'm lost in the rhythm. I'm lost in the rhythm. Sad today. Oh, I'm sad today. What kind of world did we create? What kind of world did we create? This is not a paradise. To get knocked down and I'm paralyzed. And lately I've been terrified, but I won't drown by my own device. I'm losing sight. A lot, not a little. It's true, I'm fine, but I'm lost in the rhythm.
There was a time when electricity stirred emotion, when street lamps gave way to incandescent bulbs, and the flicker of a projector made us forget about old grainy photos. Electricity was once a luxury. When done right, it still is. The all-electric Lexus RZ, because the greatest measure of an automobile is how it makes you feel. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Invest 529, helping families save in the new year for their education goals. Learn how you can start 2026 strong with a 529 account at invest529.com.
A dream is a wish your heart made. Step aboard a Disney cruise and discover where memories meet adventure, where escape meets imagination, where magic meets the sea. Disney Cruise Line.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save even more on your favorites. Simply mix and match 5 or more participating items and get them for just 99 cents each during our 99-cent sale going on now.
I let my guard down, but you get so dramatic. I can't mess up, you won't forget it like it's photographic. And if we fall out, I'm not sure if I'll manage. I think I'm codependent, won't tell you that's oversharing. I wish I could tell you why I'm mad, but I don't want you finding more red flags. And I know I can't open up my bed. I can't write a love song, and when I try it feels wrong. Fill my lungs so I can feel a thing. Haven't slept in days, my eyes peeled open from adrenaline. I wish I could be your sedative. How could I repair us? I can put together sentences. I'll try to fix things by myself by emulating someone else. I can't admit when I need help, but I will when it's over. I'll be waiting by the edge of what I was built on, contemplating if I let us go on too long. Why even try to waste my time? Still don't understand my mind. How could I be in your life if I can't control? I let my guard down, but you get so dramatic. I can't mess up, you won't forget it like it's photographic. And if we fall out, I'm not sure if I'll manage. I think I'm codependent, won't tell you that's oversharing. I wish I could tell you why I'm mad, but I don't want you finding more red flags. And I know I can't open up my bag. I can't write a love song, and when I try it feels wrong.
It's so hard to breathe sometimes. Laying here, I feel like there's a knife in my chest. Been so long, my tears went dry. Suffocating from the weight of what's in my head. You were so close, but too far away. And I could never chase it. Lost control when it's saying it's time for me to face it. All I did was take, thought your love was fake. Never could believe it, did it for no reason. Felt it in my veins, washed it all away. Pull me under just to make me stay. I've been underwater, water, and I swear to you I need your love. Yeah, I need your love. I'm falling further. If I gotta go another day, then I might just drown. I don't even know if I can fight anymore. Took another wasted life and broken, now I'm leaving and I'm closing the door. So can you save me, take me somewhere I won't cave in. Give it up and I'm fading, there's enough and I hate it. Worthless, boxed in, running out of these options. I can't be the only one. All I did was take, thought your love was fake. Never could believe it, for no reason. Felt it in my veins, washed it all away. Pull me under just to make me stay. I've been underwater, water, and I swear to you I need your love. Yeah, I need your love. I'm falling further. If I gotta go another day, then I might just drown.
Got ambition, had a vision in my heart. The hard decision, turn the lights off, check, set the mic up. Turn the lights off on this utopia. When my mind's on, the ambition flows. I won't fall for the solutions. They try to stop us, keep us secluded. I desire something greater. I will be confined, overcoming my sorrows, leave it all behind. You see a brighter future, I see a world Now I'm sitting here thinking about my ex. Got her on red, looking through these texts.
Cashing checks,
Call her
cashing
Whitney
checks.
cause Postie's up next.
Up next.
Shipping out all my feelings FedEx.
Ship 'em.
Gold mill, reflecting off the street lamps. Your laughter, your smile feels like a dream. Touted memories, wishing every light could bring you back to me. Neon glows as I'm drifting in this ride. Lonely streets with your ghost by my side. Whiskey on my lips, Posty on the stereo. Thinking about your touch, why'd you have to go?
Sound of the beat, walking down the street, tearing up my heart, thought we were insane.
Now I'm sitting here thinking about my ex. Got her on red, looking through these texts.
Cashing checks,
Call her
cashing
Whitney
checks.
cause Postie's up next.
Up next.
Shipping out all my feelings FedEx.
Ship 'em.
Now I'm sitting here thinking about my ex.
Keep wasting all my time, can't get you off my...
All right. What's up, guys? Can you guys see me? Oh, man. We have a lot to talk about today. Just getting set up here. So that is royalty-free streaming. So, basically what that means is that I won't get a strike. if you guys are listening to that. So, part of the business. All right. We're seeing 160 viewers on Instagram, 16 on YouTube. So, for my viewers on Instagram, if you want to be able to chat, come over to YouTube, subscribe, watch the live on YouTube. I'll be able to see your chats. On Instagram, my phone is up there. I cannot see anything that you're chatting with. So if you want to be able to talk, shoot over to YouTube. Link is in my bio, and we'll be talking about everything today. So let me give you guys an introduction about me before we get started. Some of you guys may be talking to me for the first time today, so I want to make sure that I properly introduce myself. My name is Keith. I'm an Iraq War veteran. When I was 18 years old, I enlisted in the military 2 weeks after high school. I was in Iraq with rockets and mortars over my head before I could drink. After I got back, I saw what was going on with politics and decided to work. Hey, Simon, how are you doing? Decided to try to work to bring this country together. My goal, my end game, is kind of like the moment right after 9/11 when liberals and conservatives embraced each other and talked to each other and had different perspectives but still respected each other. That's my goal. So when I enlisted, I was in the Air Force. So Josh asked what my MOS was. So Air Force is AFSC. So my AFSC was 2E2 and then 3 Delta. So that's cryptology, communications, and SATCOM. That was my career field. So when I got out of the military, I started doing a whole bunch of different courses, and one of the things I started studying was military history and geopolitics, which is why I have an interest in what's going on today and talking to you guys about it. Yeah, to tell you the truth, if we can get to a point one day where we are all united liberals and conservatives, and we have a common goal again. That's exactly where I want to go. Okay, so let me tell you guys how I'm going to lay out the show today. So we're going to break this out into multiple segments. We're going to be talking about U.S. domestic issues first, and then we're going to move into geopolitics. I know a lot of people, CIBSON, Simpson, I know that you're really interested in Iran, and we're going to be talking about that because there are some seriously extreme developments with Iran right now. To put it bluntly, a knife's edge is appropriate. A knife's edge on both of each other's throat is appropriate. So, and we're going to talk about that some more. So, but first, we're going to be talking about some domestic issues in the United States. And if you could bear with me, and I appreciate you guys for being here about Iran. I know my specialty is about geopolitics, but I do feel like it's prudent to talk a little bit about the U.S. of A. Okay, so first subject today. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton have agreed to testify at the end of February about the Epstein issues. Bill Clinton is mentioned multiple times in the Epstein files. So what does that mean? In the beginning of the subpoena, Bill and Hillary Clinton both fought these subpoenas. If you guys follow me and you understand my stance on this entire thing, I have said since the very beginning that all bad actors in the Epstein files, without exception, needs to be locked up. I have no room for excuses. I have no room for political bias. I have zero tolerance. Zero tolerance for anybody that is a bad actor in the Epstein files. Period. Have I made myself clear? Zero tolerance. I don't care if you're Bill Clinton. I don't care if you're Donald Trump. I don't care if you're Elon Musk. I don't give a fuck. Anybody that is involved with this in a bad actor type of way needs to be put away. Period. End of story. There is a draft indictment in the Epstein files that lists 3 associates of Jeffrey Epstein, and the associates are blacklined out. That needs to be rectified by Congress immediately. Immediately. Like I have said, zero tolerance. And I hope you join me in that sentiment. This is between good and evil. Period. End of story. See. I want you guys to see my puppy. This is she's a Yorkshire Terrier. Mwah. She's beautiful. So anyways. I just saw a question here, Ali. So from Kuwait, my goodness, bless you. So where I get my information and how I make my determinations here. So I observe all of the news stories all over the world. I do not distinguish between, for example, CNN and Fox News. I do not distinguish between the Jerusalem Post and Al Jazeera. I do not look at political bias. I look at all news stories in a raw format, and I make decisions for myself. And I give you guys my exclusive, estimates based on what is going on in the world. Everybody's calling. Cute. I appreciate you. Thank you. My wife is going to get jealous, though. Okay. So, first thing that we just covered. Bill and Hillary Clinton have agreed to a framework to testify about the Epstein files at the end of the month in February. That's going to be huge. Listen, when there are these bets that you're talking about Iran or different items like Taiwan being attacked during the end of the month, those odds just went up like crazy. During the Clinton testimonies, the odds of a geopolitical crisis happening are extremely high. So, if something does not pop off by the end of February, oh my God, this would be a crazy attention diversion type of situation. You're not late. You're not late at all. Yeah, Toro, you're going to have to... yeah, like I said, my wife will get jealous. So Bill and Hillary Clinton have decided that they will testify. Second story, that's incredibly important. Donald Trump has not given up on Greenland. In fact, there has been reporting that he's focusing on Iran first, and then he's going to come back to Greenland. Listen, Germany and the United Kingdom have both decided that they're going to work together on building a nuclear umbrella. You know how Trump is working on the Golden Dome? So let's rewind to the 1950s. Okay, guys? We're going to rewind. 1950s. Nuclear proliferation. Can't talk. That's a big word. It's a tongue twister. Nuclear proliferation. It means that you're trying to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons, because There was an estimate done in the early 60s that said 600 megatons could send the entire Earth into an ice age. That is 12 of our largest nuclear weapons. How many weapons does the United States have alone? How many weapons does Russia and China have combined? And a study was done that a ice age would be established if 600 megatons was detonated at once. Mutually assured destruction is one of the biggest protectorates of another world war that we have seen in world history. And now we are disrupting it with the Golden Dome. Russia and China are extremely interested in what's going on with Greenland because of the geographical location of Greenland. You have to understand that the Earth is a globe, right? And there is melting that's going on in the ice caps in the north. There is a new trade route that's being established in the north that's going to pass right by Greenland, and it's like right in between Iceland and Greenland. And whoever controls this trade route, listen, who here has heard of the Panama Canal? I'm sure you've all heard of the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal was a trench that was dug between North and South America in a region called Panama that allowed ships to move through a trade route, and they paid fees to whoever controlled Panama to go through this trade route. It was much more efficient than going around the entire South America. You understand? So the amount of energy that you would spend to go around the entire Americas, you could spread a little bit of that profit for trade fees to go through the Panama Canal. How many wars has the United States fought over Panama? How many men have died over Panama? I'm making you guys think here, okay? The trade route that's being established around Greenland is more efficient for trade routes of the top 75% of in-betweens of different countries. The trade route that's being established around Greenland is more efficient in some cases than a Panama Canal. Not to mention the resources that have been, established of minerals and different things, rare earth metals that the United States claims they need. Greenland is not over. And the Europeans need to start understanding that. And I'm trying to send this message as much as I can. I made a video last week that said that the Europeans hold 30% of the market value of the dollar. Right now, the individual investor in Europe holds 30% of the market value of the dollar. There are people in the United States right now that can't afford to eat. And if you suddenly just snapped a finger and they lost 30% of the American dollar just in inflation immediately, because Europe is pissed at us, that would change a lot in the matter of a snap of a finger. You remember when Donald Trump went to Davos, Switzerland, and he started talking about Greenland, and it started becoming really serious, and the Europeans started getting really pissed at us, and the stock market in New York City dropped 1,000 points, and it affected Donald Trump that much that he backed off of Greenland. That's not going away. Donald Trump is going to go back towards Greenland, and the Europeans are going to drop the dollar. Not to mention Canada is really pissed off at us too. We could lose between 40 and 50% of the value in the US dollar between Europe and Canada alone. The bigger picture is not being thought about by our senior leadership. It's just not. They want an end goal and they want to make it happen, and they're just not thinking about the repercussions, the pain in the middle. They don't give a fuck. Listen, if you think our leaders gives a shit about any type of pain that they could temporarily cause to make sure that we are in, a positive income stream in 15 years, they will make you suffer to make that happen. We have seen it before. In 2007 to 2008, during the Great Recession, middle-class people lost everything. Their house, their cars, everything. And the elites were bailed out by the government to the tune of $1 trillion plus. And those businesses gave bonuses to their CEOs the same year that American men and women were losing everything. People have to start understanding when it comes to these things like this, they don't give a shit. If they can make it 7, 8, even 15 years and they can turn a profit over an action, they'll do it. Don't believe they won't, because they will. So, there's that. Okay, so let's get to the main event. I've been talking to you guys about 30 minutes now about domestic issues in the economy. Now we need to talk about the coup de grace. Okay. Iran. The United States has multiple assets in the region. We have multiple destroyers. We have aircraft carriers. let me give you an example of the capabilities of just one of the aircraft that's on one of these aircraft carriers. The F-35. In 2017, the F-35 was put through war games. The United States Air Force set 20 F-15C Strike Eagles against a single F-35. 20 F-15s against a single F-35. And the F-35 shot every single one of them down. The most advanced operational aircraft that Iran has right now is the F-4. They have F-14s that are basically inoperable. They cannot fly because of sanctions. You need to understand that the capabilities that we have in place means that Iran can make things painful. They might shoot down a couple of things, or they might cause an issue here or there. Iran has absolutely zero, and I mean zero, chance. If the trigger is pulled, Iran can shoot their ballistic missiles, and they can cause pain. You have to understand they can cause pain. But as far as an absolute victory of who wins at the end of any scenario, Iran and the Islamic Republic simply does not stand any chance. It's impossible. It's -10 there? Man, that's crazy. When I used to walk to school when I was a kid, I'm from Montana for those who don't know me. When I used to walk to school, I took a shower before I went to school. And by the time I got to school, my hair, I used to have long hair, like down to here. My hair would break off because it would be frozen by the time I got to school. True story. Montana can get to like -30, -40, -50, and they will not close the schools. The one time they closed the schools in Montana was when the fuel lines and the buses froze, and it was once in my entire school year. So, moving to Iran. So, speaking of them, some of the stupidity coming out of Iran today. A drone, which apparently appears like a surveillance reconnaissance drone. Of course, the U.S. military did not know this at the time. But a surveillance drone from the Islamic Republic got too close to the USS Abraham Lincoln. And an F-35 strike fighter. Remember the F-35 I talked to you about? They set 20 F-15 Strike Eagles, and the F-35 shot all of them down. They deployed an F-35 strike fighter against a reconnaissance drone and shot that motherfucker down. The United States gave a warning like 2 days ago, and they warned the Islamic Republic that if you make any type of moves that comes towards our, general area, you could destabilize the region and you could cause an issue to your equipment. And they sure caused an issue to their equipment, didn't they? Kaboom. Yeah, definitely. Hey, bald is beautiful. It means you're distinguished. You see the gray hairs that I got right here? It means you're distinguished. So, the same time they sent this Shahed drone towards the USS Abraham Lincoln, pretty much literally the same time, Iranian flagged gunner boats surrounded a U.S. flagged tanker, told the tanker to shut off its engines, and said prepare to be boarded. Iranian flag versus a U.S. flagged tanker. Prepare to be boarded. So, what did they do? They decided to throttle their engines as fast as they could to get to a position where a destroyer was sitting, waiting to escort this tanker after it has been warned by the IRGC, these gunner boats. At the same time, these gunner boats are surrounding this gunner vessel, or this oil vessel. Another Shahed drone is sent towards the direction of this oil vessel. So, what does this mean? On a factual basis, the United States in international waters came under attack by the Islamic Republic today. From a geopolitical sense, you guys need to start understanding how this works. From a practical standpoint, the United States came under attack by Iran today. First, a Shahed drone on the USS Abraham Lincoln. These are like testing little things. They shoot one, maybe two, just to test your defenses. And then a U.S. flagged carrier was specifically targeted. These are U.S. assets. And a destroyer had to get involved to stop it. That should chill you to the spine. We have action between the United States flagged vessels and Iranian flagged vessels. That should chill your bones. It really should. When is the U.S.-Iran meeting in Turkey? So Iran today suddenly decided that they wanted to meet in Oman. So it's not going to be in Turkey anymore. It's going to be in Oman. And they have also demanded that their ballistic missile program will not be up for debate. It's only their nuclear program. Now, here's what the United States offered to them before. They told them before that if they gave up their nuke program, the U.S. would build nuke facilities in Iran controlled by U.S. contractors and hiring Iranian personnel. And these nuke facilities will provide medical equipment, they'll provide energy, they'll provide all of these things. Now, this plan fell apart in the original nuke deal, but this has been something that has been proposed before, and I could see it happening again. The question is, do we even get to Oman at this point when people are already shooting at each other? See, Adam says leave Oman alone. The thing is that the countries that want to remain neutral are usually the countries that end up doing peace talks. That's usually what happens. So, for those who follow me, I've been calling a strike on Iran for about 2 weeks now, right? And many geopolitical analysts, including myself, have been saying the same thing. In fact, Warfronts, the company that is on YouTube, they planned an entire weekend of their staff to be available because they thought an attack on Iran was going to happen the same time I did. So there has been real money behind this, and many geopolitical analysts have thought over many weeks that it was already going to happen. I mean, that's what you guys need to start thinking about. There's been half of the educated world in geopolitics that has said that this should have already happened. I mean, it's crazy. On the knife's edge is almost not even an appropriate metaphor. It seems like it's closer than that. So what's next? Donald Trump today said that he was aware of a drone being targeted, and he was aware of the U.S. flagship that was being told to shut off his engines. But the talks are still on at this point. How much does Iran escalate? That's the next question. How much China and Russia assist Iran during this entire thing? Does Israel get involved before the U.S. gets involved? Or are they going to be an after type of coalition? Is the United Kingdom going to be involved in initial strikes or a coalition? There's no, Ali asks, when's the meeting? There's no confirmation at this point. We don't know. We just don't know. Wish I had more, but they're still negotiating. Here's the thing. When two countries are actively pointing guns at each other and you're hearing of negotiations, it's never a good thing. It's never a good thing when two countries are pointing weapons at each other and you're hearing things about negotiations. It's never a good thing. So that's what's going on this week so far. So basically, what we are going to be watching for now is escalation on the Strait of Hormuz. Does Iran try to escalate more than just a U.S. flagship? Does it try to seize any European flagship, since they recognize Europeans as terrorist groups as a retaliation. The next viewpoints, the spark points that you need to start watching for is the Strait of Hormuz. If that gets closed, the price of oil will go crazy. And when the United States gets stretched, look for pressure points all over the world. China, Taiwan, North Korea, South Korea, Russia, and previous Russia states, or previous Soviet states, I should say. Watch for these events as things develop. The further the U.S. gets stretched, the more likely our adversaries will try to break the world order as it is. I think, this is my opinion, I think the United States has proven itself to be thinking regionally now, not globally. We're trying to resolve the Iranian situation now, before it becomes a worse situation here soon. Because the U.S. is starting to focus on Venezuela and Greenland and Cuba and Colombia and Panama. We're going to start thinking about these regional countries and putting them under our direct umbrella, just like puppet states, and their resources will flow through the U.S. like it used to. And China is going to compete for that. They're going to expand further into Africa, into the Asia Pacific region. Once they take Taiwan, and they will take Taiwan, they're going to have a further naval capacity reach all the way to Japan. Russia wants to take the Baltic states at least, and probably Poland. Germany and the United Kingdom are talking about building their own nuclear weapon. The world is destabilizing if you're paying attention. The world order looks like a spaghetti mess. China is building a super carrier that apparently can go to space like a fucking Star Wars shit. They're talking about building that within the next 15 to 30 years. The average American can't figure out how to fucking pay their rent. And China is talking about building a super carrier that can go to space like a fucking Star Wars weapon. If you're American in this chat, you should be alarmed. You really should be alarmed about where we are in the global race between artificial intelligence and the space race. China is going to be at a point here soon that they're going to be like, you know what, launch a nuke. We don't give a fuck. Because they're going to have countermeasures right above us that will be able to shoot it down. While we are squeezing our individual people of all of their resources between rent and healthcare and food, and try to take advantage, China is going to fucking kill it, dude. And we are not paying attention. These billionaires that are hoarding their wealth right now, they're asleep at the wheel. they're asleep at the wheel. The exact moment that we need them to be able to invest because we have a clear, observable threat to the nation as we know it. We should be seeing some of the best and brightest and the execution to be able to compete with China. And we're seeing whimpers. The United States of America is cowering to China right now. And it's because of the vast economic resources that the United States has that is just not being used. It's just not. We're paying the price for it. So, what's next? Nations are going to seize on the economic and geopolitical situations that the United States has caused. For example, when we went into Venezuela, we destabilized the world order. Other nations will be looking to do the exact same thing to achieve their goals. If they are capable, they're going to try. We are in a situation that resembles a fusion of pre-World War I times and pre-World War II times. This situation is not exactly like either one of those times because history rhymes. It never matches one for one. It rhymes. The world is currently in a pre-World War. Similar to that when Hitler was attempting to seize Czechoslovakia and Austria by peaceful means before he decided to invade Poland by military means. When he invaded Poland, he caused a war that killed 50 million people. We are in perilous times. To the point that it appears that any move that we make in the Middle East will still secure China's place in the Middle East and Africa. Even if we succeed in Iran, China is going to conquer the Middle East and Africa via puppet states or otherwise. I think we're within 5 years of World War Castro. And this varies every once in a while. When we were on the verge of taking Venezuela, I would have told you that we were weeks away from a world war, because that could have went so bad. It was obvious that Venezuela was about to be taken by the United States and made a puppet state or something. At that time, I would have told you we were weeks away from a world war, because it is so destabilizing when you're about to do something like that. You could easily see something unraveling so fast. So with Iran, the next steps that you need to see is that if more Shahed drones are fired at U.S. assets, if rockets are starting to be fired, if these little things start escalating one after another, that's what you need to look for. War is uncontrolled escalation. It's escalation that you can no longer control. You just have to fire. So, with that being said, this is what we'll do here. I'm going to stick around on the chat on YouTube for a little bit longer. Those on Instagram, come over, subscribe on YouTube. I'll be on chat for about another 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes maybe, depending on how the chat goes. We'll talk about a few things, and then the next time the Keith Goldsby show will be coming out will be on Friday evening, around the same time, 8 o'clock, after my boys go to bed. Until then, I'll be talking about more developments that come out. Make sure that you follow on TikTok, subscribe on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube. I appreciate everybody that's been here this long. I really do. Thanks for listening to me, guys. I appreciate you. Until next time, guys, stick around for the chat on YouTube. I'll talk to you guys here in a little bit. Again, thanks again. I love you guys. See ya.
Radio playing, our favorite songs tone. Every lyric, every line feels like you're still on the phone. All the text that you've littered on my screen, now all your messages be popping up in green. Streetlights change, but feelings don't fade. Wish I could rewind and play our charade. Turn up the volume and drown out the pain. Cover up the ink with designer and fame.
Chinese takeout reminded me of that night. Fried rice, orange chicken, and good times. Now I'm sitting here thinking about my ex. Got her on red, looking through these texts.
Cashing checks, cashing checks.
Call her cause posties up next. Shipping out all my feelings FedEx. Now I'm sitting here thinking about my ex. Keep wasting all my time, can't get you off my mind, yeah. Call her cause posties up next. Should've shipped you off FedEx, but I'm picking up Panda Express.
I don't want you to hurt me. If I'm not right, then just tell me I'm wrong. What did you do to deserve me? Cause you took a good guy and ruined the mood. No, I hate being alone. You can hurt me if it means that you'll hold me. I know what we built will implode, but if we cut now, I don't mind dying slowly. Ooh, the stars don't align, but I'm glad that they pointed to you. It's reckless, but fuck it, let's light up the fuse. Bombs away, we won't make it out alive, but that's okay. Bombs away, why would I run if you gon' kill me anyway?
TaxAct is here anytime you want to easily file your taxes. TaxAct is here for the early birds who like to knock them out as soon as the season opens, and for the procrastinators who like to wait until the very last minute. TaxAct is also here for the middlers who file right in the middle of tax season. No one ever talks about the middlers, but TaxAct sees you, and TaxAct respects you. TaxAct, let's get them over with.
There was a time when electricity stirred emotion, when street lamps gave way to incandescent bulbs, and the flicker of a projector made us forget about old grainy photos. Electricity was once a luxury. When done right, it still is. The all-electric Lexus RZ. Because the greatest measure of an automobile is how it makes you feel. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
REI Co-op knows when you're up at 4:30 a.m. on a Saturday for a long run and you're actually excited, not everyone gets it, but we do. At REI, we're here for people who get outside. Gear up for your next run in-store or at rei.com.
You cut your hair, and I picked up the smokes again. I think we both know how this whole thing ends. I'm still holding on to someone I don't need. If out of sight means out of mind, I'm tearing at the seams, to say the least. My mama's scared 'cause I've run low on dopamine. I'm barely coping. I need to pick me up to save myself from all the hell that you cause. I'll cry for help, but I ain't getting no response. I'm all alone inside this ghost town that you're haunting. Your voice is in the walls, I miss the silence. I need to pick me up, I'm dying in a constant state of disarray. A manic episode inside my head I can't escape. Is it all you could have wanted? You took every part of me.